Hello, in this video we are gonna write a Python code for merge sorts by just looking at the pseudocode. But before doing that, I want to show you something. In the previous video, in insertion sort, we saw how to create a random list. But here, when you start again, these numbers will change. Let's just type it in here and see. I'm giving the same numbers. As you see, it's different. To have the same numbers, we are going to use random.seed, and we will give a value. Let's say it's 1. Start it, index 5, floor bound 1 and 19. Just keep in mind. Let's start it again. As you see, it's the same. But what happens if we change index value or these boundaries? Let's see it. Let's say index is 8, boundary is 1. I'm gonna give same boundaries. We copy it right here. As you see, the first 5 indexes are same and the other 3 are added here. And I will change boundaries. Let's say it's 8, 1. And here the maximum number is 19. So we gave the upper bound 19. I will lower it. Let's say it's 17. It changes. If any number in list is out of boundary, the whole list will change. Just keep in mind. But boundaries are same and index is different, it will just add a number or just pop out this number in the list. So let's start writing our code for merge sorts. First, let me take the length of our list as r and start typing. It will have 4 symbols here. And N1 and N2 are indexes of these L and R lists. N1 is Q minus P plus 1 and N2 is R minus Q. We will have 2 lists here, which is left and right, and they will have n plus 1 indexes. So let's say it has 0 in list and create n1 indexes and do for r n2, but we will have to add a number at the end of our list. That should be a big number. Let's do it for r also. These 2 lists are for separating our main list. It will divide our list into 2 parts, and it will do it again for just the left part. It will again split it into 2 parts, and so on. As you know, in Python, loops or list index start from 0. So whenever we see 1 in loops, we will just write 0. I'm just gonna say n1 because if you give 0, it starts from 0. If you don't, it starts from 0 also. Do it like that. That will be easier. And ith index of L will be a p plus I minus 1. I know there will be errors if we go like this, but uh, I want to complete this first and do the rest. As I said, appending these big numbers, it's here, as you see, ln plus 1 is infinite. The last index should be a great number. And here they said I is 1, but we will say I is 0 and j is also 0 because indexes start from 0. And for k, from p to r, this is the same as you see here, I is I plus 1. Okay, that was just merge function. We need the second function, which is merge sort here. We close this. Okay, here it says we need to lower this value because if this p plus r is odd number and if we divide it to 2, it will be a float number. We don't want this, so I will import math module and math.floor p plus r over 2. I will copy this again. Q plus 1 to r and call our merge function apqr. If you remember here, I said it will divide our list in two parts, and the other list, this divided list, will be also divided. So in here, it does this process. Here we don't need to return our main list because it's global. So I want to print it in here. The output I want to print here. So I will check our length of list. If it's equal to n1 plus n2, the sum of the left and right list, and I will print merge sorted list. Okay, but let's print our original list also. Just so you know, it won't work actually. Let me run it. Give index 10, lower bound 1, upper bound, let's say 30. Original list, and merge. It didn't give merge sorted lists because I said it won't work. Here we need to have our length as -1 because we start from 0 and last index will be the index, which is, let's say 10 minus 1 if it starts from 0. So we will give here -1 and delete this -1 and add here +1, and let's start it. Okay, it didn't work again because we gave here r is the length of our list -1, so we need to put here +1. Let's start it again. Yeah, it didn't work again, and it shouldn't be less than or equal to rj. Let me try it again. Okay, we actually write these functions, but we didn't call this function, so I will call it a. The p is our initial index, it's 0, and r is r. Start it, index 10, original list here, and it's merge sorted list actually. If you want to see these L and R step by step, just print them in here or here, and you can see them. Let me give another index. Let's say it's 15, lower bound again 1, and upper bound, let's say 60. This is our original list, and this is merge sorted list. And that's it for this video. Thank you for watching.